According to GameLoft, as soon as the babies were born, they were actually zero. They were actually born zero, like actually zero. So we have a timeline of when they were zero, was in baby cakes, which was back in season 2, episode 13. So in season 2, episode 13, we have an age set. The twins. They are 0 age old. No, it starts out as blank years old, which is actually funny, because that's exactly what they do in season 2, episode 13. The first time we see these two is when they were actually 0 years old. So there is some credibility to what GameLoft has said and what the actual age is. So let's go through the age sets in the GameLoft game that I have. See this little screen thing? I wouldn't have seen this if it wasn't for that I had a phone. This was like a $600 expense. If I figure out something because of $600, this is the most expensive theory that is out there. All right. So according to GameLoft, they go until like they are 15 years old, and then at 16, Spike and Twilight show up. Like literally 16 years old. So either the first frame when they are first introduced is when they are here, because people recognize Twilight and Spike as 16-year-olds. But then I thought, why would Spike be here if he was 16 years old? That doesn't indicate that he's a baby dragon, unless he lives for a very, very long time, in which case he would be a baby dragon. So, chat, it would be like the Asari thing, alright? If you are 100 years old, you are still a baby in their eyes, or still a youngling, because you have yet to learn anything. Anyway, so apparently, the first time that you see them, apparently they are both 16 years old. At least according to GameLoft. They go through their 20s, and then, according to GameLoft, when you're 31, you are either Princess Cadence or Shining Armor. So the first time we see those two in the first frame, that would be when they are exactly 31 years old. And from there to there is when is Twilight, Sparkle, and Spike. So they have gotten quite a bit of years on them, which would be 30 years old. So it would be 18 years old to 30 years old is when their age range is, according to the GameLoft. And the first time we see Cadence is when they're 31 years old in Shining Armor. Okay, that being said, now it goes all the way up to 50 years old. And then when you're 51, you're either Grand Pear, or I think that's Granny Smith. I have no idea. I don't know who that green pony on the other side is. Perhaps that is Anon, my beloved. But it goes up to all the way to age 99, which makes sense if you were Granny Smith, who lived up to 99 years old. Now, I had a headcanon that Granny Smith actually was about, like 112 by the time she died. But apparently, when you're 28, you're just the same age as Twilight Sparkle. At least according to GameLoft. According to GameLoft, there is an age set to Twilight Sparkle, to all these ponies. And if we use that, then we can say that Spike was 16 years old when he first got a crush, and then learned to develop his feelings, and at the end he's like 30. Now they all had like, at the end of the last problem, they all had wrinkles in their eyes. So the first time you would probably see wrinkles in their eyes was when they would be about 51 years old, according to GameLoft. So either the main six in the last problem is 51 years old. I don't know. Anyway, according to GameLoft, all these ponies have data sets, and we've just learned about it. And I just wanted to talk about it because I find age sets to be very interesting, especially when there isn't any set age But at least according to GameLoft, we have some age sets. We have pictures that relate to what these characters are or what they do. So some pony had to ask that question. Was GameLoft being smart and is giving us hidden lore just in this little part that we only see one time when we open up the app? You tell me. Anyway, my theory. Anyway, that's it. My theory is that these are the same age sets as the ponies we see in the show. Anyway, I wish you all peace and furry Christmas. And remember, it's just a theory. A FIM theory.